Hey, what is up, guys? It's me, Freedom Burr, and got a new little episode of Total Domination. Sorry about not posting anything for a while, but I have been busy getting a job. Yes. Sucks. Just gotta make some money somehow. Anyways, basically this whole entire episode is about trolling teams, and this one is about Garen. Basically, we're all just like, yeah, I mean, it was pre-made, it was me and a few of my friends, and we just went all tanks. And who knew? Garen kicks ass all the time, because all he does is kill steal. Not gonna lie, his ult does do a lot of kill steal. And that's basically what I did the whole entire game. But after I got about like 12 kills, I was pretty much self-sufficient. I could take on their whole entire team by myself. Just kidding, but I kind of could. Anyways, so some of the tips that I wanted to talk about with Garen is, first of all, a few of his abilities. You know, when to use your Q, when to use your E, when to use your R, W-E-R. First off, I wanted to talk about the Q and the movement speed bonus. And basically, what I use this for is for gap closing. Actually, I use this a lot for gap closing and just chasing down people, because I'd always try and stay a little bit in front of them with my Q. Like if I'm chasing after them and you know you have someone who's pretty decently fast and they pop ghost or something, basically what you want to do is you want to keep in front of them after you make like direct contact and stay a little bit in front of them so you have a range if they pass you up with your R, because usually if you're going to be chasing someone, you're going to have a chance to execute them with your R. Also, your W, I want to talk about whenever you're in, you know, in a decent engagement or using them before other players use heavy damage abilities. For example, let's say Morgana pops her ult and the little beam is on you and you know that you're about to get stunned. That's a perfect example of when to use your W for that damage mitigation, and it's pretty big. It's a pretty big factor, because if you use it at the correct time, you can mitigate a lot of damage. Also, Q is pretty good for farming, as you saw right there. Usually I'll drop it on a lower minion, like 50% or lower, and I usually just kill it, just farm my minions with that. Always go into battle with my Q, then I pop usually my E right after that, and just follow them down and wait until it's off cooldown. And W if I need to, if I'm making direct contact with like an enemy team. R, always execution move. I never waste it. The most important thing is to never waste your R. Like if you're following someone and they're 50%, you have to lower them down before you pop your R, usually to 10 or 20%. That's like the recommended area, like a few bars of life, kind of like what I do here in Mastery. I exhaust him because it has a larger range, and then I get after him because he's faster than me. So, use it, don't use it. I mean, it's kind of like common sense to never use it whenever they're like high, like whenever they're like 80, I don't even know, anything above 30 to 40% is just pointless to use it on. You know, whenever you're fighting on turrets, also use my W a lot on turrets, and my R. Actually, Lee Sin actually decides that he thinks that he's baller or something, and he's going to try and run up on me. And that doesn't work out real well for him, and, you know, he kind of gets you. Yep. Didn't even have to use my ult. My ult was on cooldown, so. Endgame, he's a lot more viable now, just because his ult is greatly reduced, because he got patched, like last patch I believe. He got patched, and early game his ult is not as effective, because the whole entire purpose behind it, the whole entire logic was Garen's ult, whereas execution was a little bit, you know, faster, and you didn't always need it early game, but late game, since you're coming into a lot more PvP, more encounters, they lowered the ult on that. So, and that's pretty much what I use all the abilities for. Q, recap, Q, closing the gap, getting on top of them, doing first burst initial damage, following them. Q whenever I pop a flash, kind of like what I just did to Lee Sin. So it, you know, you actually have a chance to get to him, and you're not slower than him, and you can do whatever you need to do. W, whenever you're going into a big group or you see someone's about to use a massive, some sort of like massive burst DPS or something, pop it. E, you just spam Q and E all the time, pretty much, just for the damage. W or E for farming lanes, a lot more. More useful for champions. Champion-wise, whenever you want to execute someone, you know, I mean, there's not really much to talk about with Garen. I mean, there's not a lot of tips and tricks about him. It's just he's basically there to just kick the shit out of people, and you just pop all of your abilities since he's a no, you know, he has no mana, anything like that, rage, whatever the crap you want to call it, and that's pretty much it. Item-wise, I have a few tips for items. Always get a gold per 10-second item. Health, very important for Garen due to his perseverance, or whatever his passive. Always get a force of nature with him, just because of the massive health regen. Usually I stack a lot of health regen with Garen, just because his passive, and it makes him so much better at laning. Middle game, late game. If you get a lot of health regen, he can stay in his lane, or you won't have to leave. Early game is very useful also, because most of the other champions, if you can run in there with a Q, hit them, do some abilities on them, they will have to back out. Meanwhile, if you don't get hit for a while, you get your health back pretty decently fast with any amount of health regen. So basically, what I go is Guardian Angel, Force of Nature, Thornmail, depending on what type of team we're going up against, and a lot of health and health regen, just because Garen is such a I guess what I would classify Garen as is a tank laner that can fucking just sit in his lane the whole entire time and sit there and soak up XP, and he doesn't have a lot of downtime, or tam. He doesn't have a lot of downtime. He doesn't have a lot of downtime. So basically, that's what I classify him as, and it's very important you know when to use your abilities and what you get, because it'll make or break Garen. Because if you get like a bunch of crappy ass items and not no health regen, you know, he's not going to be as effective. And basically, what you want to do with Garen is always get the Sunfire, just because that massive AOE really helps with laning. Really very, very useful. It's even fucking recommended. I mean, League of Legends is telling you to buy this item because it's so good for you. So don't piss off League of Legends, so you have to buy that item right now, because League of Legends will get pissed off at you if you don't buy it. So basically, I mean, other than that, I mean, that's basically what Garen, he's just a very exceptional laner, very good at tanking. He doesn't really have a lot of burst DPS. Well, he kind of does, but he has a lot of sustained DPS, and he can stay in his lane. So if you are lucky enough to just execute everyone else's kills and shit, you basically become fed, and you're fucking OP like I am right now. Right now in the game, I am fed as shit. I have like a fucking surplus of gold. I have Thornmail, Guardian Angel, Heart of Gold, or whatever the fuck it's called, gold per 10-second item. Very useful. You get a lot of money from that, because Garen with that, I feel as though it makes him even better, just because you're getting, even if you're not, I mean, like, even all of your downtime, you're still getting money for it, and it was I don't know, it's a good investment, and there's a lot of good investment, gold for 10-second items, just very good for Garen right now, and basically the end of the game right now, and this whole entire troll team, where it's me, Amumu, Singed, Malphite, and Mundo, and we're just fucking around. We have a pretty decent amount of CC. I know Malphite has a knock up and a slow, Singed has a push back, Mumu has an AoE stun and a leap 2 stun, Mundo has his cleaver slow. So we're pretty decent, I mean, on whole entire CC aspects, and the damage aspect is pretty, I mean, we have a lot of sustained DPS because Mundo has his little AoE crap, I do my AoE crap, Singed has the little poison poison trail shit. So we have a lot of area of effect, sustained DPS, so this is really crucial. I mean, really shouldn't be talking about like making a troll team because it's not really fun. Actually, it is fun as fuck, but it's not really fun for the other team. And basically, we go in to win it, and I'm gonna go over here and give Morgana a little piece of Garen, and then I'm gonna go. I actually don't be able. I'm not able to. She's for the fucking gay shit, so I'm not able to execute her. And I'm not able to execute Master E. And basically, we're just fucking around with them right now. And, I mean, it's just fucking OP as shit. I mean, I'm so fucking fed. I have a Guardian's Angel. Even if they drop me, they're not going to. Pretty sure I get fucking Master Yizzle right here. Yep, get drop, bitch. And that is the end of Master Bitch over here. And that's basically the end of the game, guys. A fully fucking gay team, and we win. So, that's all I gotta say. You guys suck. But for real, guys, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. I mean, I'm sorry about all the videos that I have in the past. I haven't been really producing a lot of content, but I don't have a big subscriber base. So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and come again.